was being choked. Let's not forget that part. That part was very difficult. I mean, that was it. The choking. I mean, I couldn't breathe. Like, I really couldn't breathe. But that's how it, that's the only way you can make it as real as you could. And then me and Evan had like a sign. He told me to give him a sign. So we figured out what that sign was for when I couldn't breathe. So I don't know if y'all realized, but I like hit him. And that hitting him 3 times or whatever and dropping my arm, that was me saying, I'm done. Like, you gotta stop. So he was like, let me know if I'm like really, really hurting you. Like, yep, this is it right here. Like, I can't do it anymore. So, yeah, that was hard. My name is Shanisa Dixon, and I portray the role of Rachel. Well, this is my first faith-based project, and I grew up in church, right? And I learned recently that a whole lot of stuff was going on while I was a little girl. A whole bunch of stuff was going on in church. So this story was like oh yeah, they told me that stuff like this really do be going on. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But as far as me and my acting, it was like this character was just out the way. Like, she was a hot mess. And I have never pushed myself so hard to play a character, ever, because she's totally opposite from me. Yeah, so I learned a lot about myself and the fact that I could push myself to play roles like this. And it was my first feature film. So I met some amazing people in this project, and I'm just grateful for it. Rachel. So I can't remember what the casting call said about her, but I know that I created her for myself. So I knew that she was a young girl, and the fact that she was just doing sneaky things. So it's like I had to literally feel like I was in high school all over again, and that I was, like I said, somebody totally different from who I am. And that she just felt misunderstood, because there was a lot of things that was missing in her life. Like, her mom was never there. She didn't have no father, if you couldn't tell from watching the movie. So it was like, you have to realize that some people really do go through these things. So how would that person feel if she didn't have a mom around? How would she feel if she didn't have a dad around? The only person she had for herself was Jacob. That was it. Nobody else. So if I just had one friend in the world, no men, no mom, I'm just going to have to go find some attention somewhere, anywhere. And unfortunately, she found it with the pastor.
You speak about high school. How did stepping into that mind of being back in high school, how did that influence Rachel?
Oh God, that's a deep question.
Good.
I did not enjoy high school for a lot of reasons. I went to 4 different high schools. There was one high school that I loved to death, but the last one was like, and when I was there, minus the one friend that I had, I felt alone, But when I went home, it was great. Unfortunately for Rachel, it was not like that for her, because she didn't have nobody at home either. But so at school, it was like, it's just me. I'm a new kid, and I have my one best friend who is also younger than me. So yeah, just thinking about how I felt about being alone, incorporating that into it. Like I said, thank God for my family, because, geez Louise.
Why do you feel as though you were alone?
When I was in high school? Okay, so I was really, really shy growing up, like extremely. Like, it's shocking everybody from back at home that I'm doing, back at home is North Carolina.
Okay.
It's shocking everybody from back at home that I'm actually in front of the camera, because I couldn't sing in front of anyone. I couldn't speak in front of anyone. Like, I had my friends, and when I was around them, it was easy, for you to be yourself when you're around your friends. But when they were gone, and it was just me in the class, and I'm just like, here I am. So then we moved, right? Which I was excited about. The school that we went to was pretty awesome. We moved out to Texas. That was a different feel for me. I joined dance. It was so fun. It was great. But I still felt, a little out of place. But pretty good all at the same time. And then I went to a school in Virginia, and again, didn't know nobody. But because of those experiences, you know, it helped me with getting out there, you know, having more confidence, because it's been tough. But yeah, back at home, I just felt like I didn't fit in, so yeah, it was difficult. It's difficult sometimes.
And if I may ask, why did you feel like you didn't fit in?
I was different. So if you meet the people that, you know, I grew up with, including family members, I was the good one, I would say, and everybody else would take risk, and I'd be like, no, about that, I'm not doing that. And they'll be like, Nene, which is my nickname, Nene, why don't you do this? No, it's not for me. Or they'll get in trouble, and my mom would be like, Nene, what happened? And I just have to tell her the truth. And they'll be like, why didn't you tell her the truth? I'm like, I'm sorry, you know, I don't do stuff like this. This is why I am not a bad child, okay? I don't like being in trouble.
Oh, so what advice would you give to those who are shy, you know, preferably maybe in high school or even still shy now, that really want to step out their shell and go for their dreams and things like that?
To just go for it. So, all right, back in North Carolina, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, it was 8th grade. In 8th grade, there was a talent show. And like I said, I was shy. I was really shy to sing in front of people. But I did it anyway. And I had my friends who stood behind me and even joined me to do it. So, and also, if nobody joins you, it doesn't matter. You do it anyway, if you want to do it. So it's like you just gotta push yourself to do what you want to do. Like you really have to. If you want to do it, then you go for it. And don't let nobody tell you nothing different, even if it sounds crazy.
What type of response have you been getting back from the movie, preferably about your role? What type of response have you been getting about your role?
That they don't like me. They're like, we don't like you. Everybody calls me Nene, so just, they're like, we don't like you, Nene. Your character was terrible. I actually just got a compliment this morning. He said that I did a great job. Yeah, a whole bunch of people not liking me, and that I killed it.
That's a good thing, though. Like, that's how you know you did your job.
Exactly.
So what type of feedback have you been getting from the movie as a whole?
That the story was, they really liked the story. Like, I mean, like I said, it's like it's a connection. People know that it's happening. They can't wait to see more. The hardest scene to watch would be seducing the pastor. Super hard, extremely hard to watch. But my favorite scene to perform was the one with Jacob and Rachel fighting. And like, yeah, that was my favorite scene right there.
Why? Why was that your favorite scene?
Because there was like for me, there's like a brotherly connection that I actually have with with the actual individual who portrayed LJ. Yeah. It was like a brotherly, sisterly experience for me, and I feel like, you know, if my best friend actually had something to say, then we would have probably been exactly like it was in the project. So that was pretty cool.
Talk about your brotherly, sisterly relationship with LJ.
Oh man, that's my friend. I mean, the same thing with the pastor too, Evan. We've all hung out. I haven't gotten to see Lauren though. But we've all hung out. Me and LJ went to Olive Garden, and I probably have seen Evan at least 2 times, I think. Maybe I've only seen him once, but I know we definitely talk on the phone often, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to
My
hear.
peoples.
That's good to hear. Any closing remarks?
I want to say thank you. Thank you
Lord.
for giving me this opportunity to work on this project and to meet all of you, because, I mean, the fact that everybody believes in God, you know, it gives it a different feel and approach. Because like I said, growing up in church, everybody doesn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't. So it was like all the hard scenes that we had to do. You know, everybody was there to, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, to just be there for you, because the choking scene was really hard. Like I said, the scene with Evan, with me seducing him, that was extremely hard, you know, but everybody was there. Everybody tried to make sure that you were comfortable. You know, I'm just grateful for the experience, and, you know, I can't wait to do more.
What opportunities have come as a result of filming The Wages of Sin?
Oh, well, I did my first radio interview. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Mm-hmm. My very first radio interview, and it was actually based back at home in North Carolina. So that was pretty cool.
Full circle.
Pretty cool.
What's next for Shanisa? What you up to now?
Okay, so
ever since filming,
I'm working behind the scenes as a production coordinator for a wonderful production company that's up in New York, Gregory Media Productions, by the way. And I've worked with various other production companies in the DMV as well. And I have, 3 features that I will be a part of this year. Nice. I know one for a fact I am acting in. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. There will be 3. 2 I am acting in for sure. The third one I know that I'm working behind the scenes on, but I might also have a role, so you never know. You never know. So hey everybody, my name is Shanisa Dixon, and I portray the role of Rachel in The Wages of Sin. And you should go check it out. It's on Tubi. It's free. You gotta check it out. Look at us.